Hello and welcome to Community Distance Reiki. I'm your host, Danielle Stimpson from Learn Reiki Philadelphia, and I am so glad that you are here with me this evening. If you are new here, welcome in. If you're returning, welcome back. If you're watching this on the replay, know that you're guaranteed just as fun and healing a time as if you were here live. If you would like to join me live, go ahead and click that description box. I'm here 5 days a week, same days, same times. And in addition to that, I do sometimes pop up on stream based around planetary movements and world events. If you would like to learn more about me as far as my online Reiki classes, my social media, Discord, or crystal shop, go ahead and check out that description below. And if you want to know about last minute and pop-up streams, consider subscribing with the notifications bell checked. If you're in the live stream now, hello. If you want to go ahead and make any requests for your healing, go ahead and enter those into the chat. I'll spend the first half an hour to 40 minutes building us a beautiful crystal grid exactly to the specifications of all of your requests. After that, I will briefly explain what Reiki is and transition right into the healing, where I send Reiki healing to you whenever and wherever you happen to be. So thank you so much for being here. I see some folks getting started in the chat already. So glad to see you all. I'm just going to go ahead and transition over to the grid and let's get building. So awesome, Cora Carr, good to see you. Welcome back. Fantastic. I've got the crystals already set up for Susan as well as Greg. Herkimer Diamond for Greg, helping to manifest the best possible version of what he's requesting, which is a literary agent for his book. And for Susan, we have Lapis, which helps inflammation. It also helps with tidiness. So those of you who've been setting intentions around decluttering or getting things organized, that's a great one to work with. Lapis is also fantastic for integrity and starting to embody good character traits. So if you're working on yourself, Lapis is a good one to keep around. Jen, welcome in. Okay, good stuff. And let's see what we got. So Citrine, Smoky Quartz, Labradorite, Rainbow Moonstone. Welcome in, Paula. I can definitely support that too. So let's dive in. I'll get to everybody's requests. Let's see what we got. Citrine, Smoky Quartz, Labradorite. Rainbow Moonstone, Labradorite. Labradorite helps to calm disputes, and it also helps with balancing logic in the mind. It helps us to absorb information, taking new information and connecting it to information we already knew, allowing us to better memorize and understand key concepts. So it's a wonderful study stone. It's also great for anyone who works in any kind of data science, any kind of research-based or anything that involves being a student and learning something new as well. Labradorite's also great for helping us to connect spiritually and intuitively while remaining grounded. So it can also help us to find balance as we do any kind of intuitive work. This will help us to ground, including if you have difficulty sleeping from working your intuition so much. This will help you to get a good night's sleep. So Labradorite. We also have some Rainbow Moonstone. Rainbow Moonstone is actually white Labradorite, and there's a lot of overlap in what it does on a spiritual level as well. This is more of a yin to Labradorite's yang. This is aligned with the divine feminine, the consciousness of intuition, the cycles of nature, the cycles of the universe, the rhythms of things. This is arcane knowledge and connection to intuition, especially used by a lot of channel mediums and professional card readers to help them connect. So we're going to bring that in. Oop. here. Okay, good stuff. And next we have Citrine, which is a fantastic money manifester. Allows us to call on what we need in the finance and resource department. Carry it around with you if you're planning on asking for a raise or if you're looking for a more compensatory job. You can also place it anywhere that you equate with money. Get a piece to put in your wallet, anything like that. So we go ahead and we have some citrine here. Absolutely love it. Hey JRM, good to see you. It's Julia, right? Oh, you requested a raise at work and still pending. Well, this is going in your direction. I really hope this helps out. Let's see. Smoky quartz, protection, transmutation. This is also a great stone for calming worry. This was used even back hundreds, maybe even thousands of years ago as a protective amulet. It was often placed in doorways and things of homes to keep would-be thieves at bay. But it's also great at changing energy. So if you're looking to sort of shift the energy in a space, in a place within yourself, this is a good one to keep around. I'm going to go ahead and actually place some in our copper. Copper, just like smoky quartz, helps to break up energy blockages, get the energy moving. There we go. Thank you so much, Korakar. And oh no, sorry to hear somebody that may have possible COVID or long COVID. Jennifer, welcome back. Let's see. Intentions, transformation, transmutation, spiritually and physically for your highest good. I love that. Let's see, long COVID. Let's go ahead and bring in some Rutilated Quartz and some Leopard Skin Jasper. Leopard Skin Jasper is often used for anything that's sort of a kind of like an invader in the body, and in Chinese medicine it's thought like viruses are looked at like invaders in the body. And yeah, this is Leopard Skin Jasper. It's also fantastic for healing animals and for connecting with our animal guides as well. It can be a deeply grounding healer and one that also helps us with things like attracting a soulmate and anything impacting the skin, coordination, and balance. So we're going to go ahead and bring that in. I'm also going to bring in some Rutilated Quartz, which can help direct healing exactly where it needs to go, and it also is an energizer for sure. It helps us to get energy back after we've been sick, and it also helps us to generate energy just when we feel kind of lethargic in general. It's also a great balancer for the mind and the body. So here we can see Rutilated Quartz. It's clear quartz with these rutils or threads kind of running through it. They can be in either like this goldish kind of color, or they can come in sort of like a gunmetal silver. So that should support a couple of requests there. Getting better from being sick and just feeling like you're out of energy and being very tired. And I think the Leopard skin jasper can help with the intention around long COVID as well as the Rutilated Quartz. Anxiety and brain fog, new opportunities and business growth. Vincent, welcome in. Gotcha. Anxiety and brain fog. Got you there. There's a couple good ones here for that. Let's start with let's start with Amazonite. That really comes to mind when we're talking about things like anxiety, brain fog, cognitive stuff. Amazonite has a wide range of things that it does. And among them is things like anything having to do with neurology, the nerves, the brain. So like that mental clarity stuff, especially if things have been that way for a while, like especially things like not only just neurological decline, but even more so like inflammation of the nerves, which maybe that's related to it, but definitely has a lot to do with the brain and the mind. This also has a lot to do with self-respect, especially for care workers who give a little too much, for transitions that involve sort of letting go, things like hospice and child care providers. This is thought to have a lot to do with, and also luck in games of chance and things like that. I often describe this one as being helpful for, a good way to describe it is like filling in the cracks of a broken heart as well as we learn and grow from that experience. So like exactly what you would think of for someone who's learning through the process of hospice care for someone. So let's go ahead and bring this in. I think that when you're telling me brain, and not so much brain, but like brain fog, this comes to mind. And this also does have a strong calming effect, especially when it comes to anxiety. So I feel like it hits on both, and then a little bit more. So let's bring that in. Yeah, Amazonite does a lot of different things. And let's see what else. I hope that helps. Definitely for feeling exhausted. I might have some more for anxiety and feeling exhausted in a little bit. New opportunities and business growth. Sarah, welcome in. Prudence, welcome back. Karen, hi. Gotcha. No mental clarity. You're not the only one I know that's said that. I'm sorry to say. Something for life transitions. Gotcha. Amazonite, but there's some other good ones too. Feelings of isolation. Making employment decisions. Mind, body, spirit balance for you and your son. Okay. Fluorite Sunstone and Larimer. Ooh, good calls. I was thinking fluorite. Sunstone helps to expand our vision of ourself. When we have limiting ideas of what our own potential is, we often don't even see that as an impact because we're kind of blind to it. In that way, Sunstone can help us to see beyond whatever we thought of our potential to something much, much bigger and better. So this is a fantastic stone to work with anytime that you want to grow a little bit. If you're looking at like, what do I do in the future? This can help you kind of dream big. There's also Mookite, I feel like, is a good one. Mookite's great for accepting change and for making decisions. So I feel like this could be a good one for Karen as well. It's also good as an immune booster. So for those of you who are like kind of not feeling great, kind of feeling sick, this might be helpful there. And this is Mookite. It also goes by the term Australia Jasper. Let's see. Let's put these here for now. Fluorite is excellent for teeth. It's fluoride, but it's also excellent for calming. It is an excellent calming stone. This is one that I will sometimes grab and just sort of sit with and breathe when I'm completely stressed out. In the way that it calms, it's sort of it feels gentle. It's not like a sudden hitting the brakes on any kind of stress. It feels subtle at first, but the impact is really profound. So I feel like this is a great choice. Thank you, Jennifer. So there's some fluorite there. Larimer helps us to embrace our spiritual purpose in a bold way. Like when I say spiritual purpose, this is sort of like innovating what you can possibly do to bring your spiritual purposes forward. Thinking new ways ahead, being a bit more bold, to take your connection to spirit and everything that you have to offer the world and really kind of separate ego from ourselves and just sort of get out and do what we're meant to do in a big exciting way. It's also great for connecting with a sense of spiritual purpose and finding confidence within that. So developing our sense of confidence as we move forward in our spiritual fulfillment and all of the beautiful gifts we have to offer the world. So we'll go ahead and bring some Larimer around. Larimer is only found in the Dominican Republic, which is on the island of Hispaniola. Let's see. I'm actually going to put this here and here. So there's Larimer. Thank you for that request. I'm also thinking for Jen for things that have to do with business, customers, commerce, things like that. This is jade. This is actually a darker piece of jade. Most people think of jade as like the light green, and that's certainly, jadeite is definitely the most highly coveted and sought after jade. But this darker jade comes in a bunch of different colors. This particular jade is still super beautiful, really grounding, but jade is aligned with everything that has to do with good fortune, success, happiness in all the different ways. That's why it's so sacred in China. It's meant to be a sign of good wisdom, good fortune, happiness coming forward. And on that, I know we use these at the 4 o'clock, but I think it's warranted here. This is Cinnabar, and Cinnabar is mercury. So definitely be very careful if you do decide to work with Cinnabar. Oftentimes, if you buy it online today, you'll see it like this. It almost looks like marble with slight red dots in it. This is what it looks like, a little bit more pronounced, but all of those red spots are mercury. So be very careful. It's very, very toxic. This stone is very much aligned with the shopkeeper, the idea of the merchant stone, of bringing in more customers, of having a successful business. This is a stone that's very much thought of in that regard. So we'll bring that in. There we go. And I hope that helps Jennifer and anyone else who's looking for that intention. Nurse BWA, is that you, Nurse Blair? I hope so. I hope you're doing well. I hope everybody in your family's doing well. Your son and your daughter, I hope everybody's doing well. Erha Bai, hi, welcome. Join the crew. Feel free to make any requests for healing if you like. Isolation, employment decisions, mind, body, spirit balance. Mind, body, spirit balance. I would say Rutilated Quartz, but there's some other good ones for that. Definitely for isolation. And we're just going to have a siren go by for a moment. So I'm just going to... Oh, Vic, you got a sore throat? I'm really sorry to hear that. Hang on one sec. You didn't need to hear those sirens. So for stress is shungite. Also for physical recovery. Shungite is another one, kind of like Amazonite. It does a lot of different things. And a lot of the different things impacts a lot of the different requests we have here. So definitely physical recovery and tissue repair. So that is physically getting better. Things like recovering from surgery, like our good friend Greg. It helps with tissue repair in that regard. Also just relieving stress and emotional pain. So if you're stressed out, if you feel like you're just kind of fried, shungite can absolutely help. It's also wonderful for clearing your energy field. It sort of absorbs anything that's lower vibration. It also can be supportive if you use it around your space. If you're sensitive to EMF or electromagnetic frequencies. Some folks are very sensitive to that. If you're someone that feels very drained when you're around certain pieces of machinery, that might be a sign that you're sensitive to EMF. So I'm going to bring this in for the stress reduction, the physical recovery, like getting better from illness, tissue repair, getting better from surgery, that kind of thing. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and bring this to... I'll move the Mookite here. Place the shungite here. Okay. So we've got that. Jennifer also asked for coral. Definitely. So This is a piece of white coral. Coral as a stone to work with can cause some damage to the environment. Depends on how you came by it. If it's like dredged or anything, it probably harmed a coral reef. This was found loose on a beach in Florida with me and my grandmother. White coral helps with following your spiritual guidance and following along in your greatest path. Listening to what's in your best interest and following along with that, and not so much taking in the criticisms of others where they're not warranted. So I'll go ahead and place that here. And so glad you requested that. Life transitions, definitely. Life transitions, smoky quartz can be helpful. Also, when you said transitions, the first thing that came to mind was petrified wood. Petrified wood is exactly what it sounds like. It's wood that it was a tree, it was alive, it had to die before it could turn into a stone. And in this one in particular, you can even see some crystals beginning to form, new baby crystals. So it's very much a stone of transformation and moving through transits. So I'm going to bring some of that in. I hope that helps. Trusting relationship, not to bring past relationship issues into the new one. Gotcha. No wonder I saw this and thought about it. This is Lepidolite. Lepidolite is actually lithium mica. Yeah, lithium, like the mental health medication. It's actually on the periodic table. It's been used as a mental health medication since like the 1940s or something. I'm not suggesting you put this in water and drink it either, because it definitely impacts the physical body, and how that impacts the physical body is wildly different one person to the next. But as an energetic crystal specimen, Lepidolite helps to not only lift the mood, it helps us to see and understand our patterns and our behaviors. So it also helps us to see where we kind of get in our own way in that regard. This is one that can help us to see the ways that we're tripping over our own feet, helps us to let go of what no longer serves, but most importantly helps us to understand what we've taken that isn't serving us now. So I feel like that can help. It also is just a great friendly disposition type stone. Let's see. Balance these in here. Okay. So I feel like that'll help Paula. Susan, we already thought of you. We've got some shungite and lapis for you for healing tissue and for inflammation. We've got Herkimer diamond for Greg and shungite for Greg. Yeah, stress we have. So I'm just checking I got everybody. So Nurse Blair, job related stress. We've got fluorite. We've got shungite, we've got lepidolite. Feel like I've covered everybody, so I just want to make sure. Let's do something for the feelings of, let's see, employment decision is mookite. Balancing mind, body, spirit, definitely rutilated quartz. Feelings of isolation. I kind of want to bring in yellow calcite. I also am getting a feeling of like kind of from all of us today. Sort of a feeling of a low vibe, a little less than happy. It's definitely helpful to have Lepidolite to help us with that, but yellow calcite can be really helpful. It helps us to take joy in and pride in who we are. Pride in a healthy way, not a 7 deadly sins kind of way. Not pride in what you have parked in the driveway, but proud of who you fundamentally are. It's a stone that kind of allows us to reconnect with who we are and how we show up in the world, our solar plexus, our personal identity, our free will, and allows us to take some pride in that. Allows us to bring some joy into who we are and all that we are in terms of our self-identity. This can also help with feeling lonely and things like that. So yeah, yellow calcite kind of help bring in some pure joy energy. And I feel like that will do us well. Yeah. So now comes the part where I name a couple of stones that I feel could be especially helpful for the grid, for all of the requests that you made. And then you all vote on them. And as you vote on them, I'll be explaining a little of what Reiki is and what to expect in the event. And then we'll get right into the healing. So it's a beautiful grid. Thank you all so much for your contributions, for contributing your intentions, for being here. One of the key elements at work here is that of communal chi. The more people come together with the same or similar intention, the greater the energy of that intention is magnified. So this crystal grid is not just our intentions all kind of represented to support us. It also helps solidify that universal chi, that group chi, so that we can help benefit one another. We're making a physical representation of that. So thank you for being here. And so let me pick a couple of stones that can be supportive. Give me one moment. Chat amongst yourselves while I do that. Okay, so first suggestion, Indigo Gabbro. Indigo Gabbro also goes by the name Mystic Merlinite, and this stone helps to illuminate the ways in which we contribute to our own unhappiness through kind of hidden patterns, beliefs, and things that we may have developed based on totally factual reasons, but that are no longer serving us. This is a type of shadow healing, or healing the parts of us that we don't necessarily see right out in the open. I would say that, like if you look it up on my crystal shop page, I usually describe this as revealing detrimental tendencies. So yeah, that's what this helps to bring up, so that we can heal them, we can get past them, and we can move on. And the other is Dalmatian Jasper. This is black tourmaline running through jasper, and black tourmaline helps to deflect negative energy, to keep energy clear. So by bringing those rods kind of through the energy field, it helps to give us a deep, lovely energy clearing effect, especially in our auric field. This is where we can tend to pick up energy from others around us, from the places we go, from the people we visit. This is just a nice supportive clearing of our energy field so that we can leave behind a little bit of things that are no longer helpful or maybe never were, so that we can feel a little bit lighter. So Dalmatian Jasper or Indigo Gabbro, spell it as best you can. Totally okay. Go ahead and use the chat for that. If you haven't already liked the stream, please consider doing so. And I'm just going to explain what Reiki is and what to expect over the next half hour or so. So as I mentioned at the top of the hour, I'm Danielle Stimpson of Learn Reiki Philadelphia. I've been teaching Reiki for almost 14 years now. If you want to learn more about my online Reiki classes, social media, Discord, or my crystal shop, all the info is in the description below, along with all the other days and times that I go live here. So Reiki is a Japanese term that translates to spiritually guided life energy. There's many types of Reiki. The style I practice most is Usui Reiki, named after the gentleman who founded this particular method in the early 1920s in Japan. And when we talk about energy, that can mean a lot of things in the West, but specifically to Japan, the concepts of everything being interconnected is intertwined in their indigenous spirituality known as Shintoism. This is a concept that all of us are interlinked, and not just as people, but also animals, plants, and everything, including the stuff behind me, the stuff behind you. Everything is interconnected. Everything has a soul. That's not to say all of our energy is interconnected, just there is a lot of interconnection where we all overlap, and there's a lot more interconnectedness and looking to the environment around us as we make decisions and move forward is beneficial to ourselves and to everything else. Reiki, or the spiritually guided life energy, is one of the forces that would be flowing through all things. It's already a part of you. It's already moving through you right now. Just like how we're mostly made of water, but we don't necessarily think of it that way, yet we are. Same thing, we are made of energy, and we don't really think about it. This spiritually guided energy is the stuff that our body, mind, and spirit use all the time to try to help bring body, mind, and spirit into balance. This is happening all the time, subconsciously, just the way that we take oxygen out of the air that we breathe, just the same way that the water we drink helps to support every function in our body. And as I connect in my practice to the energy intentionally, to the Reiki energy, I'll essentially be directing more of it to you. What your body, mind, and spirit then do with that energy to support your greatest good is totally unique and individual to what is best for you in this moment. Setting intentions can really empower the energy, and it can be physical, it can be emotional, it can be mental about thinking and beliefs, it can be more spiritual, it could be something around intuitive guidance or feeling supported by spirit. It can be a combination of all these things. And so can our experiences during a session. The only thing you need to do is get comfortable as you can. I suggest that you sit or lie down in any way that feels great to you. You can move around all you need to. It's not going to stop the flow. I suggest that you close your eyes and just sort of relax, but you can also use this time in any way that feels right. So journaling, stretching, moving, whatever feels the most beneficial, you can integrate that into your time here today. As this energy of Reiki is flowing through all of us, it doesn't matter where you are in relation to me in terms of space or miles or kilometers, and it doesn't matter where you are in relation to me in terms of time. So you can be way into the future from where I'm sitting. Hello from the past. It could be any of those things. So no matter when or where you're watching this, if you're open to receiving this energy, absolutely it will flow directly to you. Whatever experiences you may have, be they physical feelings and sensations, emotions, thoughts, ideas, wisdoms, insights, intuitions perhaps, whatever it might be, I encourage you to just go ahead and experience it. If you can't tell if it's like just an experience or if your mind is racing, know that you don't have to keep your mind silent and you don't have to focus on anything. If you feel like your mind is just a little bit too chattery, take a deep breath. If all of those things come back, then let them play out. And if you get distracted, that deep breath will be all you need to bring you back into the session. After 25 minutes of sending Reiki to you, you'll hear my voice come back in, invite you to take a deep breath, and I'll reopen the chat so you can ask any questions. You can share any experiences, whatever feels great. If you're watching this in the future or if you think of something later, go ahead and leave a message in the comments or reach out to me through social media and I'll do my best to help you along the way. One last thing, I will turn up the music. If you want to learn about the creator of our music, you can learn about her in the description. And I will turn down the lights. So the lights will gently move through several different colors. At no time will they flash or strobe, so you are good there. So without any further ado, let's see what won the vote, and then we will go right into the healing. So let's see what we got here. What could it be? Both. Yeah, it's pretty much always both. And we have one vote for first, and I think both of them are good. And I actually really like the Indigo Gabbro. Definitely jumped into my hands. So let's do... feel like... we've got some room here and here to put these in the grid. Some balance. Okay. And for Dalmatian Jasper, I'm going to go ahead and so go ahead and get comfortable in whatever way feels right to you. No wrong way to enjoy this time. If you find that you end up needing a glass of water or something like that, go right ahead and grab it and come on back. The Reiki will keep on doing what it needs to do. There we go. And thank you so much for being here. It is an honor and a pleasure to share this time and this energy with all of you. So I will be sending for 25 minutes, so we will go until approximately 10 after the top of the hour. For those of you here with me on the East Coast, that will be 9:10. So enjoy your session, and I will see you on the other side. I invite you now to take a deep breath in and out. Slowly start to come back to your body. If you have any questions or anything to share, go ahead and use the chat. And thank you so much for being here. It's an honor to share this energy with you. You're so welcome, Jen. You're so welcome, Vincent. I hope that everyone has some support around their intentions. You're so welcome, Paula. And you're always welcome here. Our next community distance Reiki is Sunday at 8 p.m. East Coast US time. My regular weekly hours are Wednesdays at 4 p.m., Thursdays 8 a.m., Fridays at 4 and 8. Excuse me. And then again, Sundays at 8. You're so welcome, Karen. All the best to you and your son. I hope you're doing well. I'll give everybody a few more moments to ask any questions or share anything. I know if you're anything like me, that energy was a little bit on the sleepy side. You're very welcome, Vic. Y'all are very welcome. I'm going to go ahead and end the stream here with an abundance of gratitude for each and every one of you. And I do hope to see you again soon. If you would, feel so inclined, go ahead and like the stream. It felt like a cocoon. Yeah, it really was cocoon-like. But I can agree with that. I felt like somebody had almost tucked me in. Oh, Julia, you almost fell asleep. Yeah. You can totally fall asleep. Sometimes that's the best thing you can do during a Reiki session. It just allows your body, mind, and spirit to come into balance without us even being aware of it. We wake up feeling like it's a whole different world. But you're so welcome. I'm so glad all of you enjoyed. Like I said, all my social media, classes, Discord, crystal shop, all linked in the description. Yeah, right? Yeah, it's these are some powerful stones too. Like, there's a lot of depth of wisdom and knowledge here. Absolutely. Thank you so much, everyone. I will archive this weekend, so you'll be able to find the list of crystals that I used, even spelled out in the description. So if you were like, what was that stone? Not only can you look back at the video, just seeing the name might help jog your memory. But with that, I want to wish you all a beautiful weekend. Take care, and yeah, absolutely, Paula. You too. I hope to see you on Sunday as well. And if not, I'm back on Wednesday at 4. Same days, same times every week. Absolutely. So good to see you all. Thank you all the new folks, and thank you for being so welcoming as always, our returning crew. Such a wonderful, wonderful group that's been hanging out here. I'm so grateful for each and every one of you. It's absolutely a pleasure to check in and share some energy with all of you a few times a week. It keeps me going too. So I hope all of you have an absolutely beautiful weekend. It definitely looks like it's going to be some really, really good vibes. And I definitely hope to see you all again soon. Thanks again, and remember to take care of yourselves. See you again soon, and bye for now.